Chapter 31. Pax reached the tree just as the coyote sprang again, this time finding enough purchase to hang from the branch. Pax flew at him and bit a mouthful of brindled fur and hung on. The coyote dropped and sank his teeth into Pax's shoulder all in one motion. Pax jerked free and then back toward the south edge of the clearing, hoping to lead the coyote away from the tree, away from the den, away from the foxes he loved. The coyote didn't follow. He threw back his head and barked. Then he turned to eye Bristle again. Pax lowered himself and began to creep toward the tree, but then he stopped. He swung his head around. He swung his head toward a sound from the encampment. His boy's voice? Ahead, a tall coyote barked again, and this time the call was answered. 3 sets of ears cocked at the same spot in the juniper ring. A second coyote trotted out, another male, this one pale and stocky. He surveyed the scene and broke into a gallop for the tree. Bristle issued another threat yell and spiked her fur, but Pax saw her eyes roll in terror. A second coyote pawed at the trunk, and then Pax heard it again, his boy calling his name. He bolted out of the clearing and through the stand of the trees. At the ridge line above the mill, he stopped. War-sick men streamed from the walls, sticks raised, converging on a figure down on the field. It was a black-haired youth, curled on the burned ground. His boy? The wind blowing from the north told him nothing. The soldiers stopped, their sticks still menacing. The boy rose. He was tall, but Pax saw his body didn't look like Peter's. This boy's shoulders were thrown wide, and braced under one was a narrow pole. Stranger still, this boy held his head high, not canted downward. He faced the men in defiance, something Pax had never seen Peter do, and raised his fist and shook it at them. A single soldier ran down the field. This one moved like the boy's father. He shouted, and the voice was familiar. But then the man walked to the boy and embraced him, something Pax had never seen his father do. Were these humans? Pax tried to scent, but the gusting breeze carried only the musk of enraged coyotes. He turned back for the clearing.